There's a teaching in the Talmud that most people find to be completely counterintuitive, and I'm going to share it with you today. Shalom, my friends. Yes, I anticipate that, like many of us, you will find this teaching counterintuitive. Paraphrasing the original, it says that doing something because you are commanded to do it is better than doing it without being commanded. What? I think that at least initially, most of us would say the opposite. And there are certainly situations in which the opposite really would be better. For example, if a child hurts another child but only apologizes because his mother told him to apologize, well, that's not as good as if the child did it on his own. Our teaching, however, is not talking about a mother teaching her child how to be a good person. It relates to things that God commands us to do. But does that change the picture at all? Isn't doing something because we want to better than doing it because God said we have to? One could certainly make that case, and I'm not saying it's without merit, but it's not the entire picture. Despite all of its merits, doing something solely out of self-motivation lacks something that is by definition present when you do something because you are instructed to. The missing element is a relationship. Clearly, if one instructs another, there is a relationship between the two parties. With regard to divine commandments, the following is possible. One person does his neighbor a favor, hoping to be able to ask something in return at some point in the future. Another person does the exact same act for his own neighbor, but does so because we are told to love your neighbor as yourself, I am the Lord. The second person is acting out of his or her relationship with God. That person is living in covenant with God. The two acts may have been the same, but one was rooted in sanctity. Only that which is rooted in the sacred uplifts us spiritually. Actions that are not so rooted may well uplift us, but again, the element of spirituality, will be missing. So indeed, the old adage is proven true once again. No matter how thin you make your potato latkes, potato pancake, it always has two sides. Doing something good because of self-motivation, sure, that's a good thing, and sometimes it's the most meaningful way of doing an act. But I hope you see the other side of the potato pancake now. That doing something because it is what God told us to do, and we choose to live in covenant with God, has a beauty all its own. So what are your thoughts? I hope you'll share them in the comments box. And if you found this video worthy of consideration, or at least enjoyable, please do hit that thumbs up button on YouTube to help more viewers to see it. The Rabbi Study also has a group of patrons who help support the work we do, and that is another way to help us. It would be in the form of a $3 a month donation. And if you want to become a patron, I'll put a link to our page at patreon.com in the description box. Last, but certainly not least, please do consider joining the over 800 subscribers to the Rabbi Study. It costs nothing, but it really does help put our videos in front of more eyes, and it couldn't be easier. Just be logged into YouTube and click on my face right over here, or watch our last video by clicking on its icon right over there. As ever, until next time, Shabbat Shalom.